Aljamain, you win that fight, then we get to the Petr Yan fight, right?
Oh, great one.
But it was, to me, when I look back on it, I think back to it was a nervous Aljamain Sterling inside the octagon that night, fighting really outside of himself. But you won the belt in such a strange way, right, after that illegal knee. I want to know what the moment for you was like in real time, right? Because we're in the apex.
Super quiet.
It's quiet. You can hear us at the commentary table talking, or could you?
Yeah.
Could you hear us, or were you out of it to the point that you're like operating in like almost a concussed state? Like I always wondered, like, what were you thinking in there? Because it's like, I can get up and fight this dude, right?
Yeah.
But I'm going to be severely compromised and I may lose this fight. Maybe the next shot knocks me out.
Yeah.
Were you aware that if you weren't able to continue, that the fight was going to be over and you would win the belt?
No.
You thought it was going to be a no contest or something?
I didn't know what it was going to be because I think we were like over 3 rounds.
Yeah.
Or something like that. So I didn't hear you guys when you guys were talking. When I go,
you couldn't hear us?
No, because it was, you guys were like whispering. But at that point, after I get punted in the head with the knee, I'm just trying to think like, how and what the fuck was this guy thinking to even do something that stupid?
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there on one knee waiting to get up because he had his hands on my head. So one, I can't see him looking at the ground. I can't see it, but strategically, I know I can't get kneed here.
Yeah.
So you could call a stall in the fight. I call it fight IQ. I'm dead tired.
Yeah, you looked exhausted.
Barely. I was exhausted from the first round. Mm-hmm. And that's because of the rehydration was just
off.
Terrible. And when I went through the day with the PI team, they explained it to me. It's like, you didn't put nowhere near as much refuel in your body as you should have. I was like, I'm telling you, from the whole day, I normally take a nap before the fight. I had about 5 hours and I could not sleep. And the performance showed.
Yeah.
But I didn't hear anything. What you guys were talking, I'm just trying to collect my thoughts, gather myself. And I'm thinking, get up and fight. And then when Mark came over, he said, you got 5 minutes. I was like, that's when I went and just laid back down. And I understand that the way it looks, people are like, oh, you were selling it, you were acting. Because after you told me, I sat up and then I kind of do one of these things and I'm like, oh, I can see why the fans were mad. Like, oh, this guy is acting, blah, blah, blah. But it wasn't anything like that. Just trying to lay down, relax, and hopefully stay in the fight. Because no fighter wants to quit. But I'm glad Mark Smith called it.
Yeah.
Because he saved me from myself.
You would have got up and fought.
I would have got up and fought, but then it would have been, one shot could have probably put me out, and then it would have been all for what?
Just to show that you're tough.
Ego.
Yeah, for ego.
For people to pat me on my back. I'm like, you don't care about my bank account.
Yeah.
Like, in hindsight, it worked out for my bank account.
Yeah.
Petr Yan to this day says I owe him 10% because he changed my life.
He did. But it really did, though.
No,
it really did change everything.
But it's funny. He's like, I changed his brother's life. You owe me 10%, 10%.
Petr Yan's a killer, man, but he made a really bad mistake in the fight that night. And he really is.
Yeah.
What do you think the toughest part of dealing with that was? Was it the backlash from the fans? When, like, the pundits, like, everybody criticized you from I bet there was very few places in this world where you could go and escape it. So you're holding this new belt, but you can't really celebrate it because everybody's on your neck about what you did or how it looked.
Yeah, so I got to a point where I was like, well, I'm just going to play the heel because clearly what I said doesn't matter. Petr Yan posted a picture and said he was acting, and everyone took that as gospel and ran with it. Mm-hmm. And this is the guy who was just in the bathroom throwing up, who has about 30 people at his house that flew in from New York for their homeboy to go fight for a world title. Yeah. The fight goes the way it goes. I still have all these people at my house. What I'm going to do, tuck my tail and go to my room and say, guys, go home. Yeah. So everyone came. When I got home back from the hospital, everyone tried to cheer me up. And the funniest part is like, oh, Dana said you had a CAT scan and there was nothing wrong with you. I'm like, CAT scans don't detect concussions. Yeah. I don't think you actually know how concussions work. Yeah. But with that said, get back and hang out with everybody. And one of my best friends, he's like, he's going to be at the wedding too. And he comes over and he's like, yo, bro, he gave me the belt. He's like, yo, I don't care what happened. Bump that. you're a UFC champion. I need you to say it. And he just kept coming over. I was like, I don't want to even say that right now. But he kept saying it. He wouldn't leave me alone until I said it. And I was like, I'm a UFC champion. I'm a UFC champion. And then everyone kind of came in. Marab loves to do his toast.
Oh, my God.
Marab loves to do it.
An hour of toast.
So he brings everybody in. We do a toast. They asked me to say something. And then I just had a little glass of champagne. We did a toast. I take a little small sip and then I put it down. Because my head is hurting. I'm just throwing up. I'm just like,
That's a bad one if you're throwing up.
Yeah. So, I mean, it wasn't like profusely or anything like that, but I did for sure throw up. And then I'm like, normally I would drink after a fight, but after that, I was just like, dude, my head is killing me. There's no way I could party right now.
Did you regret it? Did you regret taking that photo?
I don't regret taking the photo because, again, I'm with friends and family and people I've went to school with since middle school, high school, college. Like, how am I to deny these people who spend all their hard-earned money to come all the way out here to come spend the time?
You can have a drink with them.
Yeah, so that's the least I could do. Of course they know it's shitty, but in hindsight, they brought it back up to me. They go, you guys are going to do an automatic rematch. And I go, oh, shit, I'm going to get a pay bump.
You get a pay bump, you get the pay-per-view. There was a lot of different things to that.
So for me, I'm like, well, glass half full. I'm like, well, how do I turn a shitty situation to a positive one? So outside of that, that was like the only way I could look at it in a positive light. Like I get a chance to redeem myself, but then I had to get the neck surgery right after.
Yeah.
Because the knee and all the slams he hit me with, just because of how, notice he tried to do that in the second fight. Who has ever swept my feet and had fell over? And then people were saying you were just terrible that night. You made so much great adjustments. I'm like, guys, I literally had no energy. If you ever cut weight, that's what it felt like trying to fight someone who was at full strength when you're cutting weight.
Why do you try to explain that to people?
Because they're like, what I don't like is they go, you are so much more improved in the second fight. I'm like, I can't do anything different other than
I was just myself.
I just felt good like I have in every other fight. And whenever I feel good, give me time to prepare and I smash, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Going into that second fight, did that fuel you? Like, did that fuel you? The idea that you could get things right and go right back and prove that it wasn't me, but you could take that negative, because even Ryan Clark and I sat up there on ESPN and we talked about, Aljo this, and I was trying not to do it because I understand, but like Ryan, he's a football guy and he's like, loves MMA, but he's like, well, that was this, that was that, right? He had the opinion of the general sports fan.
Yes.
The general sports fan is who we want to draw in to mixed martial arts. And when they saw that, we're in the middle of the pandemic, not many people had many other things to watch. But then to go back and do it, did that fuel you? Those people that were on your neck, did it fuel you to go out and fight better?
100%. Definitely fuel for the fire. And just imagine anything I posted, any friend or family member that posted me and I reposted it, shared it to like my story or whatever, they would just be in their DMs, either dropping the M-bomb, calling them monkeys.
Really?
Or...
So he got racist.
Yeah, and also just clown emojis nonstop. So I had a year and a half of just straight clown emojis on my page. And then after I won, the clown emojis disappeared.
But isn't that ugly though? Like, isn't that ugly? But isn't that ugly that you got called those negative things, just racism, because of a fight?
Yeah.
Because of the result of a fight, and you weren't the one that actually did the illegal blow.
Yeah. It's fascinating. It's this people, man, society. This is why for athletes you have to have thick skin. And I had many people and a lot of consults trying to tell me like stay off of social media. And I was like, no, I'm not gonna let nobody bully me. I ain't gonna let the fans bully me. I ain't gonna let my family bully me into making me do something I don't want to do.
Yeah.
What I'm supposed to do? I'm a man. I'm not gonna sit there and tuck my tail and hide from something that I'm not proud of, but I get a chance to right the ship, and sure enough, I got to right the ship. Can I tell you something? What's funny? What gets me during this whole period too, and me explaining the situation and what I felt to my coaches, because I called for Petr Yan before I fought Sandhagen.
Yeah.
It was between Sandhagen, Marlon Moraes, Petr Yan. Shelby asked me who I want to fight.
You said Petr Yan.
I said, give me Petr Yan. That's the easiest fight out of the three. And this is in 2020. And I think he thought I was crazy. Because I was like, nobody wants to fight this guy.
Well, he was killing it.
I want to fight this guy. because I just didn't think he was as good as people were saying. I'm like, he's a great striker. I'm going to show him what grappling could look like. And then I get the chance, and you see how I did Corey. Gets to the cage, he starts defending, bully him off the cage, lock in, climb his back, push off the cage. He can't stop anything I'm doing. I said, if I were to have been fully hydrated the way, refueled, ate the proper way, and it sounds stupid to say because people don't understand what it is to cut weight. So it's kind of like, are you saying you should have ate more? I'm like, yes. Yeah. After starving yourself, cutting down from 170 pounds down to 135 pounds, and then not refueling your body, yeah, I think that makes a big difference. But I also said in the first fight, if I had felt the way I should have felt, I think I would have finished him in the first round.
Yeah.